I will be making my crock pot bread. So the first thing you want to do is use some parchment paper to put inside of your crock pot. And then I turn this on high as I'm preparing everything so that it kind of like preheats. So you're going to want to start with 2 eggs. So after the 2 eggs, we add in 2 cups of almond flour. And then I'm going to add in about 1/4 cup of this coconut flour. This is from Simple Truth. It's organic. You can find it at Kroger, or even Walmart is starting to carry it as well. This coconut flour, it can make things a little more crumbly. So you don't want to add too much of it, just so that it can all stick together. And then I'm going to use a little bit of this tapioca flour, which this is always the best brand. This is probably the only real brand you're going to find from the Bob's Red Mill. And I just put in about a teaspoon, and that is just going to help it really stick together. And then I'm also going to use a little bit of this baking soda to help it stick together. So I'm just going to use about a 1/2 teaspoon of that. And then Swerve, it's a little bit of a sweetener. I'm going to add in just about 1/2 of a spoonful. And then you want to add in, it called for like a grapeseed oil or maybe even an avocado oil, but I'm going to use an organic coconut oil, about 2 spoonfuls, a dash of your pink Himalayan sea salt, and then just a dash of an organic cinnamon. If you don't like cinnamon, you don't have to put that in this. You can really make it however you want. I've even made this recipe with a little bit of flaxseed meal or cacao powder if you want it to be have a little bit of pure chocolate in there. And then you're just going to mix it up. So mine's coming out just a little bit sticky, so I'm just going to add in a little bit more of this coconut flour. And then all you do is you put the mixture in a ball in your crock pot. That I use the parchment paper instead of like aluminum or spraying the crock pot. Is sometimes the spray does not keep it from sticking, especially when you're going to cook something for, it's going to be on high for 2 hours, and you can just kind of check it after about an hour, hour and a half. And you'll be able to tell pretty quickly when it's done, and you can stick a fork in it. And if it comes out clean, then you know it's done. But in aluminum, because when you heat up aluminum foil, you're then putting aluminum into your food and into your body, which is not good for you. And I like doing it in the crock pot, making the bread instead of the oven, because you can just put it in there and leave it for 2 hours and it'll be done. And it comes out a little bit crispier than in the oven. So that's just your mixture. Put it down there in the middle. That's all you do. And then I will show you what it looks like after about 2 hours when it is finished. You can slice it up and eat it as a sandwich, or you can just eat it by itself. If you add in like a cacao powder, then it's going to be a little bit chocolatey. So then you might not want to add anything to it, but you could add like an organic cream cheese. There's just a lot of different ways that you can eat the bread once it's done. So I hope you guys enjoy it.